Hi, I'm Swarupa Sail, course instructor for Geotechnical Engineering. In this presentation, we will continue with classification of soil. We already know the equation to find group index of soil, that is 0.2a plus 0.005 AC plus 0.01 BD. In this presentation, we will find out the value of group index, that is GI. Before that, let us be well versed with all the terms which are required to find GI. In this equation, we can see that there are 4 letters, that is A, B, C and D. But we need to know where these letters are used. A is for first term, AC for second term and BD for third term. Now we'll check out what is the value of A. A represents the percentage of particle passing 75 micron greater than 35% but not exceeding 75%. That means the value of A is the percentage of particle passing through 75 micron. But its value should be greater than 35%. If it is 34%, then we will have to take A as equal to 0. And if it is greater than 35%, we have to calculate A using the formula F minus 35. Here we have used F because just to remember that there are 4 letters in the equation, that is A, B, C and D, and the next letter used is F. So now we can find the value of A using equation F minus 35. So this value is used to find the value of A. And whatever value we get by this equation should lie between 0 and 40. If let us say we get F minus 35 as 41, then we have to take A as 40 because the range is between 0 to 40. Similarly, B is percentage of particle passing 75 micron greater than 15% but not exceeding 55%. So B can be found using F, which we had used in finding A. So it is F minus 15. So this value is 15. And the value which we get from this equation, that is F minus 15, should also range between 0 to 40. If it is 41, then we will restrict it to 40. Next, C value is the value of liquid limit greater than 40% but not exceeding 60%. So to find value of C, we will use equation liquid limit minus 40. In the problem, we will be given the value of liquid limit. So if it is 65, then C value will be 65 minus 40. But we have to check whether it lies within the range 0 to 20. Again, if it is greater than 20, we will have to restrict it to 20. And to find A and B also, the value of percentage of particle passing 75 micron will be given. Next is D. D is the value of plasticity index greater than 10% but not exceeding 30%. So to find D, we will use equation Pi, that is nothing but plasticity index. Pi can also be written as IP. So Pi minus 10 will give us the value of D. And this value of D should be greater than 10%. If suppose the value is 9%, then we will have to take it as 0. And if it is 20%, then it will be 20 minus 10. That will be 10. So D value will be 10 in that case. Since 10 lies within the range of 0 to 20, we can consider value of D as 10. Similarly here, if suppose the value of A is given as 34%, but 34% is greater than 35, then we will have to take the value of A equal to 0. And even here, if value of B is 14%, then we will have to take it as 0 because the value of B should be greater than 15%. Similarly, if the value of C is 39, which is less than 40%, then we will have to take the value of C as 0. Now we will solve problem to find GI. Here sieve numbers are mentioned and percentage passing is given. The sieve number 200 indicates 75 micron. So we are given the value of percentage passing through 75 micron, and that is 56%. Liquid limit is given as 36% and plastic limit is given as 23%. So using these data, we need to find out GI. We know the equation to find GI, that is 0.2A plus 0.005 AC plus 0.01 BD. A is percentage of particle passing 75 micron greater than 35% but not exceeding 75%. And this value should lie within the range 0 to 40. In the problem, the percentage passing through 75 micron is given as 56. To find the value of A, we know the formula, that is F minus 35. Here F is 56 minus 35 will give us value of A as 21. Now we have to check whether this 21 lies within the range 0 to 40. Since it lies within the range 0 to 40, we can take A as 21. Similarly, we will have to find the value of B. B is nothing but percentage of particle passing 75 micron greater than 15% but not exceeding 55%. And this value should lie within 0 to 40. The formula available to find B is F minus 15. F is 56 minus 15 will give us the value 41. This value 41 is not within the range 0 to 40. Since maximum value should be 40, we will restrict it to 40 itself. Since 41 is greater than 40, so B will be equal to 40. C is the value of liquid limit greater than 40% but not exceeding 60%, and this value should lie between 0 to 20. In the problem, liquid limit given is 36%. So this 36% is not greater than 40. Since it is less than 40%, we will have to take its value as 0. Next is D. D is the value of plasticity index greater than 10% but not exceeding 30%. Its value should lie between 0 to 20. We know the formula to find D. The formula to find D is IP, that is plasticity index, minus 10. Here in the problem, plasticity index, that is IP value or PI value, is not directly given. We can find IP using formula liquid limit minus plastic limit. Liquid limit is 36 and plastic limit is 23. So IP is equal to 36 minus 23. So that is what is written here. IP value is liquid limit minus plastic limit. So IP minus 10 will give us the value of D as 3. So now we have got all the values to be substituted in the formula to find GI, that is A, B, C and D. So we will substitute values of A. A is 21. So GI will be 0.2 into 21 plus 0.005 into A is 21 into C is 0 plus 0.01 into B is 40. So 40 into D. D is 3. So into 3 will give us value of GI as 5.4. Since it is less than 0.5, we can round it off to 5. We know the range for which the soil can be classified as good, fair, poor or very poor soil. If GI value lies between 0 to 1, then we say that it is good soil. If it is from 2 to 4, then it will be fair soil. If it is from 5 to 9, it is poor soil. And if it ranges from 10 to 20, it is very poor soil. From the calculation, we got GI value as 5. So it ranges from 5 to 9. That means it is poor soil. So by finding the value of GI, we can come to know whether the soil is good or of poor quality. Next is Unified Soil Classification System, that is USCS. This system was originally developed by Casagrande. According to the USCS, the coarse grain soils are classified on the basis of their grain size distribution and fine grain soils on the basis of their plasticity characteristics. So here we can see the soil type, that is gravel, sand, silt, clay, organic and peat. Prefix used for gravel is G, that is the first letter. Similarly for sand it is S. For silt it is not S but it is M. For clay the first letter is C. For organic the first letter is O. And for peat, PT is used as the prefix. And there are subgroups. Those are well graded, poorly graded, silty, clayey, and if the liquid limit is less than 50%, we will have to check out what is the suffix, and for liquid limit greater than 50%. The suffix used for well graded subgroup is W. That again is the first letter. So this is how we can remember very easily. For poorly graded, the first letter is P. For silty, it is M. For clay, it is C. And if liquid limit is less than 50%, we represent by suffix L. And if liquid limit is greater than 50%, the suffix used is H. Now suppose the soil type is mentioned as GW, then it will mean that it is well graded gravel. Here this first letter represents the soil type. So G means gravel, G is the prefix. So the soil type is gravel and W is the second letter. So this second letter represents gradation. We know that the suffix W is used for well graded. Hence we write GW as well graded gravel. Similarly, SP represents poorly graded sand because P stands for poorly graded and S for sand. So SP represents poorly graded sand. In this classification system, soil is divided into 15 groups. So here we can see the slide which is being shared from the presentation which was available online, and the source is mentioned over here. Here in this slide, the classification is easily represented, wherein we can see in the first column there is the soil type. Gravel and sand represent coarse grained soils, and then down we can see fine grained soils. Those are silt, clay, organic and peat. The prefix used for gravel is the first letter, that is G. For sand, first letter is S. For silt, it is not S, but we have to remember that it is M. For clay, it is C. For organic, the first letter is O, and for peat, prefix is PT. Then subgroup for gravel and sand is same. Those are well graded, poorly graded, silty and clayey. Suffix used for well graded is W. For poorly graded, P. Those are the first letters. For silty, it is not S, instead it is M. For clayey, it is C. For sand, we can see that same suffix has been used for well graded, poorly graded, silty and clay. For fine graded soils, we consider plasticity characteristics. So if liquid limit is less than 50%, suffix used is L. And if it is greater than 50%, suffix used is H. Similarly for clay and organic, if liquid limit is less than 50%, suffix is L, and if it is greater than 50%, it is H. Even for organic, we can see that if liquid limit is less than 50%, suffix is L, and if it is greater than 50%, it is H. The classification group symbol will be GW, that means well graded gravel. So GW represents well graded gravel. GP means poorly graded gravel. GM means silty gravel. GC means clayey gravel. Similarly, SW means well graded sand. SP means poorly graded sand. SM represents silty sand, and SC for clayey sand. If it is ML, that means liquid limit is less than 50% and it is silt, because M stands for silt, and this ML represents the soil with low plasticity or low compressibility. MH means liquid limit is greater than 50% and it is silt. And we say that MH is the soil with high plasticity and high compressibility. Similarly, CL means it is the clay soil with low plasticity and low compressibility, and its liquid limit is less than 50%. And CH is the clay with high compressibility and high plasticity. Similarly, OL represents organic soil with low compressibility and low plasticity, wherein liquid limit is less than 50%, and OH represents organic soil with high plasticity and high compressibility, and PT represents peat soil. Here we can see Casagrande's plasticity chart as per USCS classification. Usually problems won't be asked based on these classification systems. Problems will be based on the next classification system, which will be explained in further slides, that is Indian Standard Classification System. But in order to understand Indian standard classification system, we need to know how the soils are classified based on USCS. Now we will learn how to draw this Casagrande's plasticity chart. On x-axis, liquid limit values are shown, that is WL, in terms of percentage. And on y-axis, plasticity index, that is IP value or PI value, is mentioned in percentage. Liquid limit values range from 0 to 100. From point 20, that is liquid limit equal to 20, we need to draw a line. The equation to find a line is IP equal to 0.73 into liquid limit minus 20. Here we have to substitute the values of liquid limit. That is, if value of liquid limit is 30, we need to find out what will be the value of IP. IP will be 0.73 into 30 minus 20. So we will get the point somewhere over here, that is 7. So IP value will be 7. We will have to mark this point. Similarly, substitute liquid limit equal to 40 in this equation. So if we substitute value of 40, we get the value of IP somewhere near to as 13. Similarly, after we substitute value of liquid limit equal to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100, we will get various points of IP values. Once we join all the values of IP corresponding to the values of liquid limit, we will get a line which is referred to as a line. Next, we will have to draw a dividing line from liquid limit equal to 50, because fine grained soils are classified based on the value of liquid limit. That is, if liquid limit value is less than 50%, suffix used is L, and if liquid limit is greater than 50%, suffix used is H. So we will mark a dividing line with a thick line at liquid limit equal to 50. So liquid limit above 50 is referred to as highly plastic soil. So we can see here letter H used, which is the second letter. H stands for high plasticity. Similarly, if the value of liquid limit is less than 50%, then it is referred to as soil with low plasticity. Hence, the first letter of low plasticity, that is L, is used. Here L is the second letter. Above a line, the soil is clay, and below a line, the soil is silty or it is organic soil. CL stands for clay soil with low plasticity. CH stands for clay soil with high plasticity. ML stands for silty soil with low plasticity. OL stands for organic soil with low plasticity. Similarly, MH stands for silty soil with high plasticity, and OH stands for organic soil with high plasticity. Now we need to know when to use ML and when to use OL, because both are shown at the same location. If the soil's liquid limit, that is WL, after oven drying is less than 75% of its liquid limit before oven drying, then organic soil is represented. So that soil can be either OL or OH. Otherwise, we will have to use inorganic soil. as the type of soil, which can be either ML or MH. Next is Indian Standard Classification System, which is represented as ISCS. So this is one of the important classification system based on which the soils will be classified. In this system, coarse grain soils are classified on the basis of grain size distribution, and fine soils are classified based on the plasticity. The fine grain soils are classified on the basis of their plasticity characteristics using IS plasticity chart. Here we can see various soils based on their particle sizes. If particle size is greater than 300 mm, then it is referred to as boulder. If it is from 300 to 80 mm, then it is referred to as cobble. Coarse grain soils can be either gravel or sand. If particle size is in the range of 20 to 80 mm, then it is coarse grained gravel. If it is from 4.75 to 20 mm, then it is fine grained gravel. And if the particle size ranges from 2 to 4.75, then it is coarse grained sand. If it is from 0.425 to 2 mm, then it is medium. And if it is from 0.075 to 0.425, then it is fine sand. And fine grain soils are silt and clay. If the particle size ranges from 0.00 to 0.075, then it is referred to as silt. And if the particle size is less than 0.002, then it is referred to as clay. In USCS system, we had seen that the soils were classified into 15 groups, but in this system, the soil is divided into 18 groups. So here we can see altogether 18 groups. Here there are 4, 4, 3, 3, 3 and 1. So if we sum them up, we get 18 groups. Main soil type is gravel. Prefix is G. For sand it is S. For silt M. For clay C. For organic O. And for peat it is PT. So this already we have seen in the previous classification system. Similarly, subgroups are same as that were used in the previous classification system, that is well graded, suffix is W, poorly graded P, silty it is M, for clay it is C. Similarly, for sand also same subgroups, well graded W, poorly graded P, for silty it is M, for clay it is C. In previous classification system, that is USCS classification system, we had seen that there were only two subgroups, that is liquid limit less than 50% and liquid limit greater than 50%. But here in Indian Standard Classification System, we can see that there are three subgroups, that is liquid limit less than 35%, liquid limit which ranges from 35 to 50%, that means it should be greater than 35 and less than 50%. Similarly, liquid limit greater than 50%. And these same subgroups are used for clay and organic soil type. Now we will check out the suffix for the soil types. W is the suffix used for well graded, P for poorly graded, M for silty and C for clay. Similarly, for sand, we can see suffix which is used for subgroup well graded, P for poorly graded, M for silty and C for clay. These suffixes are same as that were used for the previous classification system, that is USCS classification system. But for fine grained soils, we can see that there is one more suffix which is being introduced, that is I. Suffix L is used if liquid limit is less than 35%. In previous classification system, that is USCS classification system, we had seen that L suffix is used if a liquid limit is less than 50%. And here we have to note a change in Indian standard classification system, that is L is the suffix which is used if liquid limit is less than 35%. And I is the suffix used if liquid limit lies between 35 to 50%. So that means liquid limit should be within 35 to 50%. And suffix H is used if liquid limit is greater than 50%. Similarly, LIH is used for clay and even for organic soil. Now we will see classification group symbols. GW represents well-graded gravel. GP stands for poorly graded. GM represents silty gravel and GC represents clayey gravel. Similarly, SW represents well-graded sand, SP represents poorly graded sand, SM represents silty sand and SC represents clayey sand. And here ML represents silty soil with low plasticity or low compressibility, wherein liquid limit is less than 35%. MI represents silty soil wherein it is the soil with intermediate plasticity or intermediate compressibility, and liquid limit lies within 35 to 50%. Similarly, MH represents silty soil with high plasticity and high compressibility, wherein liquid limit is greater than 50%. Similarly, CL represents clayey soil with liquid limit less than 35% and it is soil with low plasticity and low compressibility. CI represents clayey soil with intermediate plasticity and CH represents clayey soil with high plasticity. And OL stands for organic soil with low plasticity. OI represents organic soil with intermediate plasticity and OH represents organic soil with high plasticity. So we need to know how these soils are classified. Based on USCS system, modifications are done. So we already have seen the modifications which were done in Indian standard classification system according to USCS. Fine grained soils are subdivided into three groups, that is low plasticity, intermediate plasticity and high plasticity. So in the previous slide we saw that there were three suffixes which were being used, that is L, I and H. But in USCS system, we had seen that only two suffixes were used, that is L and H. If liquid limit less than 35, then suffix used is L. If liquid limit is greater than 35% and less than 50%, then it is I. And if liquid limit is greater than 50%, then suffix used is H. So already as it has been mentioned, in USCS system only two groups were there, that is low and high. Now we will learn how to draw plasticity chart as per Indian Standard Soil Classification System. As seen in the previous classification system, that is USCS system, we will have to use liquid limit values and plasticity index values in order to draw plasticity chart. So liquid limit values will be shown on x-axis and plasticity index values, that is IP values, will be shown on y-axis. A line starts from liquid limit equal to 20. If we substitute liquid limit values in this equation, that is IP equal to 0.73 WL minus 20, we will be able to get the values of plasticity index corresponding to the values of liquid limit. So, as already been mentioned, A line will start from liquid limit value equal to 20. Then we will have to know what is the IP value for liquid limit equal to 30. If we substitute liquid limit equal to 30, we get IP value equal to 7. Similarly, substitute value of liquid limit equal to 40 in this equation, we will be able to get the value of IP, which will be marked over here. Then substitute value of liquid limit equal to 50, we will get value of IP nearly equal to 23. Similarly, proceed to substitute the values of liquid limit equal to 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100 to find corresponding values of IP. Then join all the points in order to draw a line. Later on, we will have to draw the dividing lines. In USCS classification system, we had seen that there was only one dividing line for liquid limit equal to 50%. But here, since we have 3 divisions, we will have to mark 2 border lines. One is for liquid limit equal to 35% and second one for liquid limit equal to 50%, because here we know that the suffix L is used for liquid limit less than 35%, suffix I is used for liquid limit ranging from 35 to 50 and H is used for liquid limit greater than 50. So we will draw 2 dividing lines, one for liquid limit equal to 35 and the other for liquid limit equal to 50. So the first dividing line for liquid limit equal to 35 and second dividing line for liquid limit equal to 50. So the soil with liquid limit less than 35 will be classified as low plastic soil, and the soil which will have liquid limit from 35 to 50 will be considered as intermediate soil, and the soil with liquid limit greater than 50% will be considered as highly plastic soil. Above A line, the soil will be clay, and below A line, the soil will be silty. So here we can see Cl that represents clay soil with low plasticity, Ci represents clay soil with intermediate plasticity, and Ch represents clay soil with high plasticity. Similarly, Ml stands for silty soil with low plasticity because it is below 35%, and Mi represents silty soil with intermediate plasticity because it lies within range of 35 to 50%. Similarly, Oi represents organic soil with intermediate plasticity. Now here we can see that liquid limit value is greater than 50%. So the soil is silty soil with high plasticity, or it can be organic soil with high plasticity. Now suppose the soil has liquid limit equal to 45%. That means somewhere over here. So for liquid limit equal to 45% and IP equal to 25 value will lie within 20 and 30. So if we project both the points From liquid limit value and from IP value, we get point B. So at this point, we can see that soil is represented as CI. That means it is clay soil with intermediate plasticity. Thank you.